How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today I'm going to be doing a little bit of an unboxing and review of my new Harbor Freight low profile floor jack here. So I wanted to get a floor jack because I want to start doing a lot more maintenance on the cars myself, such as the brakes on the C55 and then also my Altima. And then also it'll help greatly when I need to jack up the go-kart rather than picking it up by myself, especially when I only got one person here and I got to put it on jack stands by myself. So this will come in a lot of handy with all of my projects going around in the garage here. So I wanted to do an unboxing and review to kind of let some people know what my first impressions of this thing are, as well as what it's like. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so to start here, I'm going to go over the box and some of the specs that it has on the box here to give you some ideas. So first of all, I got this on Memorial Day. They had a huge Memorial Day sale, and it was like 15 bucks cheaper than what it normally goes for. Normally this is 95, and I got it for about 75-ish before tax. So after tax it was about 86 bucks. So it was a great deal. So this is the 3-ton floor jack. It's the low profile one because my car is a lot lower, so I need that clearance, especially if I need to get a lot farther underneath the car to get the jack point right underneath the engine. So it's a 3-ton weight capacity. It's got their rapid pump thing, whatever that is. I guess it just jacks up a lot faster. So it's a 3-ton jack, lifts up to 6,000 pounds. It's got casters so you can quickly move the swivel the jack around. So some of the other stats here, the saddle height is about 2 7/8 inches, which I'm guessing, or the minimum saddle height is 2 7/8 inches, and then the maximum saddle height is 19 3/4 inches. So basically it'll go as low as 2 7/8, and then as high as 19 3/4. So that's pretty cool, and then it's just got the overall dimensions. So those are just the general specs. You can't really beat the deal for this. This is comparable to like a Snap-on, easily into the $300 range. So Harbor Freight has some really good deals with this. So let's go ahead and open up the box and see what we get, and then put this thing together. Okay, so now we got the box open here. So the first thing comes with the owner's manual, so I'll take a quick breeze through that at some point. But ultimately we came here for the jack. So in one side of the box here, we got the top part of the pole, and then in the other part we have the lower part of the pole. And then really it's just the jack. There's not much to it. So let's go ahead and pull the jack out, and then we'll put it together. So the two parts of the handle here, this is the lower part with the padding on it so you don't like ding your stuff by accident. And then this is the top part, and you can tell it's the top because it's got the grip section here. So what you got to do, this has got a slightly smaller piece on the end, so this part sticks into this part, and there's a little bolt that goes through to lock in the two together. And then ultimately you can stick the other base end in the jack itself. Go ahead and tighten that with a wrench just to get a little snug. Alright, so now that we got the handle together and there are two parts, I'll go ahead and stick the lower end here into the jack. Let's see how we actually have to do this. I think it's got something on it from the factory so this doesn't raise up. Oh yeah, I've got to take off this little like piece here. Let's see how we're supposed to do this. Alright, well the owner's manual didn't say much, but basically there's just this little piece here that comes with the jack from when it's in the box so that this part stays down in the packaging. So you just got to snap that off. I just used a screwdriver. And then you literally stick your handle in and, you know, turn it all the way to the right to close the cylinder to start jacking it up. and then turn left, and then it lowers it down. So I'm going to go ahead and just use it on the go-kart. I think this was actually supposed to come with a rubber pad, so I see if I can find that anywhere in the packaging. If not, I'll just make one myself. Now, one thing I wanted to quickly talk about, and as a fair point to mention, is the safety and reliability of this jack. I mean, you're going to be jacking up a 2-ton plus object and working on it, so you want to make sure that you're safe. In Harbor Freight tools, they have that, you know, stigma for not being the highest of quality, which is true to some degree. But I've heard that their stuff like this is actually pretty good. I mean, when you pick this thing up, you can just feel that it's really hefty. It's not some flimsy jack. It's very heavy. It probably weighs easily 60, 70 pounds. So it is a heavy-duty jack, and it feels like it's built very strongly. And that's good because, you know, Harbor Freight doesn't want to sell something that's going to break and then they're going to get sued out the wazoo for cars falling on people and possibly injuring them or even killing them. So before I even bought this thing, I went and looked up tons of reviews, what people thought of it. You know, is it really, you know, okay? You know, buying a lower priced jack versus, you know, paying $350, $400 for a snap-on jack or a, you know, Craftsman or whatnot. But I've heard of those jacks also. There's been instances where those have failed too. So moral of the story is the jack is very good quality for the price you pay, and it's still safe, but that doesn't mean you should take extra safety measures when jacking up your car. Now, for instance, say I jack up the Mercedes, you should always, you know, leave the jack on the car. So jack up the car, put the jack stands on all the points where you need to jack it up. So if I'm just jacking up the front, you know, I can raise up the front and the middle here of the car, put the jack stands underneath, and then leave the jack up. So that's 2 safety measures. And you could even go as far as, if you're taking off the front wheels, you could slide the front wheels underneath the side of the car, and that's 3 safety measures. So the more safety measures you have, the safer you're going to be in the long run. So it's just better to go that way. So moral of the story, just have as many safety measures as possible. Leave the jack up, have jack stands, and also add a tire or a cinder block or something, so that way if something happens to the jack or the jack stands, then you're still good if you're underneath the car. Alright, so let's go ahead and just do a quick demo here with the jack. I'm going to throw, so for some reason, I don't know if this one that was just packaged wrong and I didn't get one, but I thought that you were supposed to get a rubber pad with the jack, so I'm just going to use this little piece of rubber sheeting I got here so I don't wreck the paint on the go-kart. So I'll just demo you guys, you know, show how it works. Obviously you probably know how jacks work if you're looking at this video, but some people are always curious to see it in action, so that's what we'll do. So this will really help me when I actually gotta lift the go-kart up and I don't have friends around to lift it up for me to slide the jack stands underneath. So now I can lift the go-kart up super high, I can slide my jack stands on underneath, adjust them to the level I want, and then release the jack. Oops, came forward a little bit because it rolled. Alright, so now we raise the go-kart up and it's good to go. So, I mean, I'll you know, be using this jack over the next, you know, for all the projects I'll be working on. So if you have any questions about the jack, just comment on this video and I'll be happy to answer them for you. But I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I mean, it seems like it's really nice quality for paying $86 after tax for this thing. I recommend trying to wait until Harbor Freight has a big sale. Some of their coupons disclude jacks and things like that in the larger items, but some coupons do include jacks. Like there's a coupon specifically for this jack, the low profile jack. So if you're looking for a jack, this is definitely one route to go if you don't want to drop 300 bucks, because ultimately I'm trying to save up for other things that aren't just tools. So it'd be nice to be able to just pay for some budget tools that still work really well. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for this video. A quick little short video on unboxing this and like a brief first impression / review video of the jack. So like I said, I'll be using this thing constantly. So if you want to know like my more long-term review of this, just post a question down in the comment section. Ask me how it's going or if I've had any issues with it, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. So I'm excited. It's going to make working here on the go-kart and on the car so much easier, because I plan on doing a lot more to the go-kart here. You'll see in the coming videos I got a fun project for the summer that I'm going to start with this go-kart, and I think it's going to add a lot of extra pizzazz to the go-kart. And then also stuff with the car. I'll be doing the rear brakes on it soon, so this jack will come in handy a lot. And I always like watching review videos or unboxings of other people for tools and things that I'm going to spend a decent amount of money on, just to make sure. So my first impressions are that this thing is very solid, especially for the price you pay. It seems very safe, and I've looked up tons of reviews as well. That's something I always do, and I've heard many positive reviews of this jack. So I'm excited to use it. So thank you all very much for tuning in today to this little video on my channel here. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe for more videos about the go-kart, about cars, you name it. It'll be on the channel if it's got 4 wheels, and it goes. So thanks again guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight